Hey guys, it's Joe. Welcome to this Hall of Fame interview. I'm here with Vidya Prakash, who's from Bangalore. She is a practice growth coach where she helps doctors in their practice, launch and grow. And she's having an academy called the Practice Growth Academy. Currently, she has over 42 paid students. And she came to a community back in May 2020. And in the last 8 months, she's been able to achieve over 14.7 lakhs by implementing the Freedom Business Model, the systems over here. And she's a part of the Stars Hype. So all of you stars, cheer up your fellow member. And Vidya Prakash, fantastic. Congratulations on entering the Hall of Fame. And
Thank
you're
you
here.
so much.
Yes, you're welcome. How does it feel to be here? Probably you've been aspiring to be in this zone. I mean, to achieve this milestone for many, many months. So what's the feeling now?
Yes, actually, there are no words to say the feeling that I am having right now. Actually, it's like a dream come true, deja vu, because I was just waiting. And I have been, I would say, I think so. It was in the month of July or August when I was part of the hackathon. And there was one moment, like you always ask the breakthrough moments. That time I missed speaking to you. So I told to myself, I think so I'll be speaking to Siddharth only when I'm going to be a Hall of Fame member. And twice or thrice, even I think so 2 weeks back during Leadership Council, you called me, but I was not able to join. So maybe because I had programmed that, I'll be speaking to Siddharth only during Hall of Fame. And today I'm here. So
fantastic.
It is dream come true for me.
Fantastic, Vidya. Great achievement. And, achieving 14 lakh and say in 8 months is amazing. So let's rewind time a little bit. And this niche that you're in, which is helping doctors improve their practice, it's a pretty interesting niche. How did you get into this niche? Have you always been doing this for many years? Tell us about your background.
Yes, I have to go 20 years back for me.
Let's go
why
there.
I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Got married at a very young age, at the age of 21. And I'm sure all those married people can understand their first wedding anniversary. They can never forget their wedding anniversary. But I can challenge that the first wedding anniversary that I had, no one in the world would have been. I was under ventilator support. Wow. The first wedding anniversary, I was diagnosed with a rare disorder. There is no cure. And I had just delivered my daughter. She was 28 days old. And I collapsed. And I was under ventilator support for over 15 days. And after I came back home, my life was not the same. I would say my life was shattered, because when I was told that I have to live my entire life like this, there is no cure. And I had a fear in me that I may die anytime, because I had almost seen the death. Many people who have had near-death experience, they will say tunnel, like they'll be traveling the tunnel. I had been there and I came back. I felt my father push me, because I lost my father when I was 15. So from the age of 15, it was like turmoil over turmoil in my life. And when I was told this is what it is, I lost hopes. And the next 6 years, most of my time was visiting doctors, undergoing tests, undergoing surgery, and lots of medication. I was on the heavy steroids, because of which I had put lots of weight. And I lost confidence on myself, because, see, I grew up in a typical Tamil Brahmin Orthodox family. There were 30 to 35 people in a home, a joint family. Wow. And from there, living a life of a cocoon, because I felt I lost confidence on myself, because when I step out with the moon-like face, people used to either criticize, make fun, or give suggestions as to how I can reduce my weight, and without understanding what I am going through. So I stopped moving out of my house. And my husband is actually the pillar of support. He left everything. He said, till you are going to stand on your own legs, I'm not going to do anything. Imagine having a 28 days baby in my hand. I was 22, my husband was 26. He left everything. He's an entrepreneur. Next 6 years, he just focused on me. My medicines was very, very costly. And our life for the 6 years was running on, loans. Wow. And I had to undergo surgery at that point of time. We didn't have money and we didn't know what to do. And that time, Satya Sai Hospital in Bangalore, they offered me free surgery, free stay, free medicine, free surgery, everything free. I stayed there for over 45 days. And that day, the surgery, the cardiothoracic surgeon who did surgery to me, he's top doctor in India, and they were doing seva for, like, they'll be doing the whole day. I think so.
Yes.
2-3 days they stay, they do the seva.
Mm.
And that's when I realized I have to do something for doctors because of whom I am alive today.
Wow.
And I want to give back something, whatever I can do in helping doctors. Saying is easy. And as I told, I was not confident. I'm a complete introvert. And my husband kept pushing that you cannot lead your entire life sitting at home and you just thinking, I want to help doctors. You have to do something, go out. I'm there to support you. Not only that, that is the only way how you can shut people's mouth.
Yeah.
By standing on your leg and proving not only to them, but for you. And if God has given you a chance to live, because ventilator support is the last resort and you have come back.
Yes.
God has given you a chance. You have to live your life. You have a purpose to achieve. I am there to support. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. You have told you want to help doctors, do
Yes.
something. So I felt, and he said, the digital space is going to be the future. Thus, I'm talking about in 2010. So he said, why not you venture into it? Actually, till then, I was not a graduate. I completed my graduation. I underwent lots of certifications and courses, become a web designer and also Google certified in the digital marketing space. And that's when I started my journey as an entrepreneur. And I decided, why not I help doctors in establishing themselves in the digital space.
Wow.
So that's how my journey started in helping doctors.
Mm.
Now, interesting thing happened. In 2016, I launched healthcare startup, focusing, again, helping doctors and hospitals in establishing, because I also ventured into medical tourism.
Got it. Okay.
And we are the first to get NABH accreditation for medical tourism from Karnataka. And journey started with, we have tie-up with most of the major hospitals across India.
Okay.
And COVID happened. Actually, we had just then had, invested all that we had into the business. And 2019 itself, like, the market started, we didn't have much people to come who were walking in. And that's like the medical tourism industry was completely zero.
Standstill, right? Everything stopped. Yeah.
Everything. I had to forget the industry itself. Even now it's slowly picking up, but it's over 2 years now. So we have to again restart. So what happened was, it was a blessing in disguise, I would say. I didn't know what to do. In May 2020 is when I joined. But before that, during this lockdown period, my husband felt he had this dream of writing a book. He had the everything in place, but he didn't know how to go about. So he was searching online and through Facebook, I think. So it was Jyotsna Ramchandran's webinar, which she attended. And she mentioned your name. I don't know, something made me to, she didn't mention the second name. So it was just Siddharth. So I was just searching online and I was not able to find, I was searching for authoring a book.
Okay.
And thanks to the algorithm, I got your ad. Through ad, I registered for the webinar. Without knowing it's going to be something different, I assumed it's for authoring a book.
Okay.
So I attended the webinar, and that's where the interesting thing happened. After attending the webinar, I told my husband that I'm going to take up this and I want to launch myself. And he was surprised because I'm an introvert. Till then, I was the heart and the brain of the startup and all those things that we were into. And he was the face. He's an extrovert to the core and socializing to the core. And I'm the complete opposite. And when I told him that I'm going to launch myself, he was surprised and he said, if you are seeing this, I want you to go ahead. I don't know what this
Nice.
people has told. I don't know what shifted you, what shifted inside in you that you want to do for yourself. I'm happy to hear that. Actually, as I mentioned, at that point of time, I paid 9,000 rupees. It was a big amount for me because, as I told you, we had lost everything by then.
Yes.
We had pledged the house to pay salaries and rent for, and had lost, sold my jewelries and so on. And he said, if you have decided to spend 9,000 rupees, it means it's worth because you have decided. Okay, so that's when I entered into ILH.
Wow.
And that's how my journey started.
What a journey.
I took part in the hackathon in July, August, I think. As soon as I entered, I finished the course within 2 days. All the courses I finished because that was, then I decided this is going to be what I'm going to do. And as I was going through the course, taking notes, I felt, okay, why not I help women to launch themselves as entrepreneurs?
Yes.
Because I felt the mission and all those things. I was a woman, I can help women. I know the e-commerce platform, Magento, Shopify and all. So Shopify, it is easy to launch. I can focus on products as well as services, Shopify and Teachable. So that's how I decided. I came out with a course with all the 8 bonuses and, the goal level, everything was done. But I applied for Freedom Finisher, but I didn't apply completely. Something in me said, it's not complete. I'm not, I remember Swastik Nandakumar's interview.
Yes.
Same thing. I was not feeling that connect, even though I knew what I have to give. I can connect with women, but it was not full. I was not happy. So I decided to leave that. And I was just thinking, what is that I'm missing out? And then I recollected, my purpose is to help doctors. Why am I doing something else? Why not I do what I am good at? What I'm passionate about. And that's what I keep saying, that is my mission, that is my passion and so on. And then it struck me, like, why not I help doctors? And that's how my journey to help doctors started. So I relearned everything. I felt I'll help doctors in creating digital ecosystem. And I launched the course also in 2020 itself. I launched in October. I think so. By December, I had 7 doctors in the community. But again, there was the something is missing. That was what was going on in me. And for the last 10 plus years, I have interacted and trained and worked with over 1,000 plus doctors. And I have certain documented the documents that I had. And I was just going through those documents and I felt there is a pattern of problems. Almost all the doctors had the same pattern of problems. And not only that, I had worked with the founders of big hospitals. And I have analyzed their journey of establishing the hospital. So I felt there is no difference between as an entrepreneur and a doctor establishing, but only area is doctors lack that the growth, how to grow, how to establish the operational efficiency, branding, even setting up. There are so many things, leadership, setting vision, the core aspects which is needed as an entrepreneur. And that gave me a roadmap. I felt, yes, this is it. This is what I have to do. I have to help doctors in growth because digital marketing, digital ecosystem aspect is part of it. It's going to help them in establishing. And one more thing is, when I was speaking with doctors for digital marketing, they just say, you send me the proposal, we will look into it and we'll. That was what they were doing. They were not focusing on. I felt you have to link what you want to, the vision and what you want to accomplish, the goal you have to set based on the marketing which you have to do. So there is the missing aspect. So I felt I'm going to bridge that gap in helping doctors, hospitals in growing their practice. So that's how my journey started as practice growth.
Wow. Wow.
Practice growth coach, helping doctors. And one of the incidents shifted uh, in me in helping training doctors as well in people handling skill. There are so
Yes.
many unforeseen incidents happening against doctors. And
Mm.
one of the doctor, when he had two sons, so he said, I asked him whether even your sons are into medicine. He said no, the violence are happening against doctors. I don't want my children to undergo that.
Wow.
And I don't
Mm.
want my children to be a doctor. I
Mm.
felt if every parent starts thinking in those lines, what is going to happen? So that
Yes.
is not the solution.
Mm.
So what can be done? So I
Mm.
started training doctors as well in, the soft skills, leadership,
Mm.
interpersonal skill, people handling skills, and all those, which forms that the soft skill aspect and enhancing their practice. So this
Practice.
is how
Mm.
my journey started, and I'm helping
Fantastic,
them
Vidya.
ahead with
What a journey. The 20-year journey and what you went through and how
this.
after coming to college you evolved the niche after 3 4 trials. I mean the third trial, I mean the third version of it became the main
Yes,
version. And
yes,
that's amazing. And now you're so congruent and connected with it. So it's
yes.
amazing to see how you have actually taken this. Uh, so the next question is, when it comes to now you have around 42 paid members in your community in this, the one that is working. Uh,
Yes.
Tell us about the whole aspect of sales. Like, were you good in sales, or did you have to
Um,
go through some journey in this?
there was, I won't say I was good. It was
Okay.
little difficult initially, but what I can say is in every webinar, at least one doctor used to buy. So
Okay.
that way I was not, though sometimes the confidence used to go down, but
Mm.
still I was able to manage, because as
Yes.
I mentioned, I'm an introvert.
Mm.
Pushing people to buy is was difficult for me, but
Okay.
right now it has become part and parcel, because what happened was, you might be wondering, from December 2020 till 22 what I was doing.
Mm.
There
Mm.
was this gap. I
Mm.
was only doing webinars,
Mm.
I was not selling, because in between I had to
Yes. Mm.
slow down. I had some personal
Mm.
problems, so I was not able to focus. But I was ensuring that every week I was conducting webinars.
Just
Every week,
training. That's it. Mm.
yes, I was
Mm.
not selling, but
Mm.
I used to just conduct the webinars.
Mm.
And 2022 Jan, I think so, last week of Jan,
Mm.
I gave ad. It worked out, and
Mm.
I would say that was the comeback webinar where I
Yes.
actually sold, and
Mm.
12 doctors entered in. And
Mm.
after that, till March, I didn't have problem.
Okay.
After March, I had a unique problem. I don't know why
Mm.
exactly I had that problem.
Mm.
See, till then, the 3 months, whenever I give ad, the opt-in rate was always between 40 to 45%. Show up rate was around 30%,
Mm.
and conversion was around 10 to 15%. This was very
Okay.
normal. Like it was the same.
Mm.
From March end till April, all the ads
Mm.
only, let's say out of 100 registrations, two or three will be doctors. Rest
Mm.
all were spammers. I don't know
Okay.
how
Mm.
how that happened. So I had actually lost hope after
Mm.
April. I felt I'm going to quit, because I was conducting webinars. I was literally spending money. It was burning out.
Mm. Okay.
You won't believe this, Siddharth. I decided to quit.
Mm.
The previous night, I told my daughter, I cannot burden Appa anymore,
Mm.
because I'm doing, but nothing is realizing.
Mm.
Like 1.5 months, there is nothing that's happening, but I was just spending money in the ads with the hope that I'm going to bounce back, I'm going to bounce back, I'm going to bounce back.
Mm.
Nothing happened. And I want to burden Appa at this point of time. I'm just wasting money.
Mm.
And I went to sleep. In the dream you came. I'm getting goosebumps, because I had lost hopes, and I had decided to quit.
Mm.
In the dream you said, you are almost there. Don't quit now.
Mm.
this, and next day morning, I told my daughter, Siddharth came in my dream and he said this. I know things are not working now, but something might work. And I felt, okay, let me be open. Let me continue what I'm doing. I'll not invest in ads. It's okay. But I have community of doctors. I'll just work with them. I'll just give value. Just help them without expecting anything. Okay. Wow. So I just continued. Miracle happened. Out of those 42 doctors, I pitched high ticket. I said, I'm very bad in sales, but right now it has become congruent with what I'm doing.
Yes.
2 doctors decide I have come in, each paying 2.5 lakhs.
Fantastic.
And miracle didn't stop there. Unexpected. I didn't expect this. I think so, June 8th, I remember the date. I received a call. The doctor is from he's the managing director of chains of hospitals and clinics across India.
Okay.
And he said he want his doctors, there are 350 doctors, to be trained on entrepreneurship. I saw your mission. And that mission, I have not seen anywhere who is there exclusively helping doctors.
Wow.
That only seeing that mission, the doctor called me. Immediately he sent a WhatsApp sending all the details of the hospital, and the rest was history. It's 350 doctors I'm going to train. It's almost everything is done. And after the initial discussion, this was green signal was given and finalized the dates and all those things happened. He said they have 650 staffs, paramedical staffs.
Wow.
Will you train them? I said, yes, why not? Because I focus on operational efficiency, because there is mismatch between, if there is like I remember Dr. Velumani saying you should grow from the pockets of, not from the pockets of the customer, but through operational efficiency.
Yes.
That's the key. So in major hospitals like the Narayana Hridayalaya or Arvind Eye Care, who are not for profit, but they are offering at subsidized cost, but at the same time making profit. So I have to bring that to many hospitals.
Yes.
That is possible through operational efficiency, and the staffs form the major chunk when it comes to the efficiency part. So I said, that is what I want to do. And this happened. And miracle didn't end there. Another miracle happened. Another doctor who is having his own startup, he has approached me. I'm going to be part of their board. And we have same vision in helping doctors in growing their practice, in growing, setting up the clinic or hospital. So I am part of their startup, and we are going to work together. So that is
Vidya.
one more thing.
Just on the verge of giving up, the universe showed the way.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. That's the power of the mission, right? See, because you are so congruent with this topic. When you felt like leaving, you got the nudge, and it just showed you the way. I'm so happy that that you're doing, and I think all that's happened in just last 7 months. Now you've clocked in how much hours? 14.7 lakhs.
Yes.
It's just like the warm up from what I can see. I mean, you've got a lot of work to do. One is on the B2B side, directly doing work in that space. So just tell me about how your life has changed after coming to ILH. Yes, knowledge wise, topic wise, you know what you're doing. You've done it for many years. You've gone through this. But if you just look at the journey in the last 2 years, can you highlight like 3 things that have completely transformed in your life besides what we've already shared? Yeah.
Yes. The major thing, being faced, is the biggest challenge I have handled, because as I mentioned, from being introvert, facing camera,
yes,
and speaking to people, establishing rapport and convincing them That's the major breakthrough that I have had. It become part of me right now.
Yes.
It's not, something which I have to do, even in dream, like you say, right? Vision, even if you wake up early in the morning, or somebody wakes you up in between the sleep, you have to say,
Yes.
I'm like that now.
Mm.
And even if I'm
Fantastic.
talking to anybody else during webinars, it comes out that
Naturally.
yeah, it has become like that now. That is the
Wow.
first, the breakthrough, or the lesson, or the difference it has brought in me into my life is that. And the second one is, after the ILH, after entering into ILH, I had the knowledge, but converting that into the framework, that I think so, ILH, you are responsible.
Thank you.
Right? That, simplifying things.
Yes.
The complex to simplification. I think so. I have to really appreciate your efforts in that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You keep saying it's not new for you, but people like me, they know what you have done to them.
Thank you. Nice.
And yeah, because the third one is selling.
Selling part.
Now selling high ticket,
yes,
it's not difficult for me.
Amazing. When you say high ticket, it's like above 1 lakh, right? You're doing
2.5 lakhs.
2.5 lakhs.
Yes.
And I think with this niche that you are in, you need to just go in that direction itself, because
yes.
maybe do the webinars, do an application form, just
Yes.
directly go 2.5. That's because you handhold them. And this is per year, you're going to be, it's a renewal model, right?
Yes.
They have to pay 2.5 lakhs per year. Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
That's amazing. So Practice Growth Academy, 42 paid students. And now your average, what's your average clocking every single month with this model that you've actually
as
launched?
I mentioned, last 2-3 months, I have not done this way. Whoever the existing doctors whom I am interacting with, only to them I'm pitching. I have to I don't know what's happening in my Facebook ad. I even tried last week. The result is the same. So I have, I also joined other courses also for, at least I felt I'll get some help, but nothing is working. I have to just find out ways. I think universe will open up ways for me to handle this, and maybe I have to learn something from this. I'm ready to learn and implement.
Awesome, Vidya. Great to know all of you here watching. If you're inspired by this interview, just share your comments below, hit that like button, whether it's on YouTube or you're watching this on any other place, maybe on Facebook. And if you'd like to know more about what Vidya does, there's a link in my description. You can go check it out. And especially if you know anybody else who's a doctor who's struggling, who's not able to come forth, they can go attend her next training or session or webinar. And if you also have somebody who's a doctor who has a large practice and needs somebody to come in and train Vidya's here, who can really support on that. So just keep that in your mind. And if you'd like to be a part of the Internet Lifestyle Hub, we are one of the largest communities for experts, coaches, teachers, consultants, and more. Please join us by going to internetlifestylehub.com or attending my next webinar. And Vidya, this is a beautiful journey that you shared. They say that what you go through grows you, and whatever is your mess ends up becoming the message, your message to the world. And your story is so much of that. I mean, it's like you just put on in this world, and you're still alive right now because you can really redefine the whole healthcare industry itself, and all its complexities that are there. Maybe you're going to simplify it and realign that so that your impact is going to be felt maybe 2-3 decades from now, and you've just begun on this. And so now the dots are all connecting. I can see that. So what is your one success principle, Vidya, that you'll continue to live by for the rest of your life? I like to ask this at the end of all the Hall of Fame. What's your one success principle?
I think so, consistency. Consistency is the only thing which will help. And the connecting the dots, literally, I have to say this because I have been, even before all of fame happened, from the day, I think so, since October 2020, I'm just by hearting what I have to say. And connecting the dots, I have to say, because that is what I keep saying. I have heard what Steve Jobs has told.
Yes.
I learned Photoshop, I learned digital marketing, I learned so many things. And if I look back and see, and my husband's support, right?
Yes.
Like he's a pillar, I would say, for every, there's a saying, for every woman's success, for behind every man's success, there is a woman. And for me, I can proudly say behind every woman's success, there is a man. And without
Absolutely.
him,
It's both
I'm
ways.
nothing. And I want a platform where I want to tell people that men are not bad.
Yeah.
Right? Because there is
Yes.
only this feminism is, there is another way of looking at things, but whoever has impacted in my life, all including my maternal uncles. My father died
Yeah.
at a young age, so maternal uncles, my husband, all of them, they have supported to the core. Right?
Amazing.
So getting back to the connecting dots. So whatever has happened in my life, when I look back, now I can know why happened, why those things happened, and it's aligning with what I'm going to do in future. Right?
Fantastic.
So that is the biggest lesson I have learned. And
Thank you so much,
for
Vidya.
that. I have to thank Divine as well for bringing
Yes.
me into this community, aligning, and I'm able to do something which can change people's life. So
Awesome.
I thank
Awesome.
God for that. And thank you so much, Siddharth. God bless you
Thank
and
you.
your family. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vidya. Thank you so much. More power to you and all of you here. Share your love and wishes to Vidya for crossing this first milestone. And she's going to go Crore Club and all that is going to happen very fast. So wish you all the best on that. And all of you here, stay connected for more interviews like this that will inspire you to get started on this journey to inspire others with the knowledge and expertise that you have. All the best.
Thank you.